What's up, everyone? Ben Barrows, aka Random Crayon here, back for part 8 of this $22 Mini Monday 6 Max hand history review. If you guys remember from the last video, we left off with us getting over the 1 million chip mark with Pocket Jacks when we shipped it over and opened, took it down. If you guys don't remember that, it means you probably haven't seen the last video. So please go back and watch that and any of the other parts that you haven't seen, so we can all be on the same page. We have Jack 9 here in the BB. Facing a raise from UTG. 3-bet from the button, easy fold. 7-3 off, just gonna fold small blind there. And then we have pocket 10s on the button. We min raise to induce, just get flatted by a BB, get a king 5 deuce board. We just check back for pot control. Now we can comfortably value bet when they check again on the turn, which pairs the 5. So we do so a little more than a third pot and just take it down. It's a fine result. You don't want to give them a free river card and a chance to, bink like a jack or a queen or an ace, or set up with any of their lower pairs. That's the thing, like even if we don't think they have a hand they can necessarily call us with on the turn, it's still best to just protect our equity. Jack 4 suited easy muck against his 4x. Queen 5 looks like button raises, so we just fold. 9-10 on the button. We just min raise and ship the bleezies. Sometimes in these spots I like to raise a little more than min, like 2.25, but if people are folding enough to min raises, then might as well go as low as you can. Flop top pair, top kicker here in this pot where we open under the gun in the button flats. Now we get a Jack 8 Queen rainbow board. We just c-bet a little more than half pot. They call. Get a blank turn effectively. 6 diamonds brings out the backdoor flush draw, but it really doesn't change much. We bet a little less than half pot and get called. And the river is pretty bad. It's a 9. Puts out quarter straight, and they just bet really small, like 1/5 pot. So it looks like they have a very good hand and just are milking value. So they probably have, Jack 10, Queen 10, could have flopped it with 9-10, Ace 10, King 10 even. Just they have 10x like all the time here basically. So we just gotta fold even though we're getting great odds. Yeah, because at least with this 570k stack we have like 11.5 blinds to shove in with. We can fold for a bit and wait for a spot, but if we were to call it 250k, we have like 320k left. It's just like a little more than 6 blinds, just a shoving stack. I mean, we have to shove in with some modest holdings, whereas at least with 11 blinds we can fold for a second. And so yeah, it's a significantly more valuable stack to just fold there because we're always behind, and we're always ahead here with aces with the best possible hand, so easy to ship in over to the cutoff open. It's around 10 blinds effective, so we just know they're going to call us off. No point in flatting and letting the BB try and draw out on us for a decent price. And thankfully we higgity hold, back up over 1 million. Got about 22 beavers to work with, and now we're starting to feel like we actually have a real chance at coming back and shippy dipping this thing. And Jack 8 in the VB, looks like we're just gonna walk. 5-7 diamonds in the SB. We complete. BB chiggity checks. We swap it open ender, backdoor flush draw as well. So we bet a little more than min. They call. We turn top pair. Not the best time to turn top pair since it brings up 4 to a straight and 3 to a flush. But we just check it down after that because we don't really see any value in betting or calling, and thankfully they check it down with us, and our pair of 5s is somehow better than their flop pair of 3s. Now we Head pocket fives there in the button. Very easy open. We get it through. Yeah, definitely opening any pair there. Yeah, any pair on the button is the nuts for sure. Now we have 7-6 facing this button open. We defend the BB, just completely miss the flop. Easy check fold. We have ace-10 in the small blind. Facing a 3x under the gun, always going to be a fold. 3x's are just stronger hands in general. And we have queen-10 on the button. Easy fold against this under the gun open. Queen-4 suited, can't really do anything from no position there. I mean, queen-4 suited, you could raise this, like, we're on the cutoff. So, like, if we had, like, a bigger stack, like, if we had, like, if we had the small blind stack and they had our stack, we could open it because we, you know, have most of the other players covered. Yeah, a suited queen is going to be a decent steal hand in late position. But when we have like a medium stack and we're raising into two blinds who well cover us, you know, and the button could easily show or open, it's just not as great of a spot to be raising on the lighter side. So we just, you know, choose to take the nittier route and muck those kind of hands in these kind of stack size scenarios. And king deuce on the button, looks like cutoff just raises. 5-3 in the BB. Yeah, looks like small blind just raises. Of course, fold. It wouldn't be terrible to call there actually. It's only 2.5x. And we're getting 2.6 to 1 in position. I mean, it'd be fine here to call, honestly, in my opinion. But since we have less than 20 BB effective, it is a bit higher variance. We do have 5 high, no flush draw, so it's fine to fold as well. But it wouldn't be that bad pot odds wise to call, especially since we're in position. Alright, king deuce. Looks like it just folds to us when we ship it. Yeah, it's about 10 BB effective, a little less even, like 9 BB. So we just raise half their stack, and they fold, take it down. Again, like raising half people's stacks rather than all in, because it makes it more difficult for them to stack off of their, you know, lower end marginal value. Ace-4 suited, easy raise there. We could ship it, but we decided to just raise, I guess that way it'll look stronger to the BB, potentially. Maybe they won't be as inclined to 3-bet ship over us as lightly. But yeah, I mean, we're always getting it against the small blind there. Cut off open ships for like 7.5 blinds. I think we could call here, but I think maybe we decided to focus a bit on the tighter side. I think we should call in general though a lot, because like we're going to be ahead of a lot of the hands they're shoving with. So yeah, I think this was kind of a nitty fold, but I think it was just because it was, you know, a particular type of player. Against like any good player, you got to snap this off. But like, you know, if you think they're just shoving it overly tight, then you can make, you know, somewhat tight fold yourself. And again, we just like raise for most of their stack. They fold, take it down. Ace king on the button. Easy open. BB defends. We flop 2 overs and a straight draw on this Jack Queen 6 board. I think in general, c-betting is going to be better. But like, we decided to check back here because we don't have a diamond, so we have no backdoor flush draw equity. And the BB has us well covered. They have like 40 blinds like to start the hand, and we have like 20. So I mean, like, they can just call our c-bets here a little more easy because they're gonna expect us to be light, and they have, you know, plenty of chips so they can afford it. So like, if they call our flop c-bet and we don't improve, we're pretty much done with the hand. You know, we don't really want to be barreling off here when they could easily, you know, just call us Queen X, Jack X, or a number of draws. So I mean, that's why we decided to just pot control and see a free turn card, because yeah, it sucks too, like when we bet the flop and they check raises off our equity. So we decided to just, yeah, see a free turn, and we get a 4 diamonds. They over bet it, and makes it a very, very easy fold, since we do not have odds at all to try and improve our hand. And they're probably way ahead of us already. Now we have ace-9 on the cutoff, small blind calls, BB flats. We got a Jack King 7 rainbow board, small blind min leads, BB calls, and even though it's a great price, you know, like we're only drawing to an ace, and even then, someone got a queen 10, someone could have a better ace, like already have like ace 7 or ace jack, so they'll turn 2 pair. So I think it's fine to just let it go, even though it's min bet on the flop, because you know we only have so many blinds to work with. What we have like 16.5 blinds, so to call a full blind there, now we have 15.5. Like that's a significant decrease. You know, like every blind counts at this stage, so you can't just be calling them off all willy-nilly. So we just let it go. Move on to the next one. Now we have queen 8 suited in the BB. Looks like we get chipped on. Have to fold. Okay. Queen 5 suited in the small blind. Looks like we do the same thing to this BB. Yeah, again, raise most of their stack, they fold. Yeah, this player was particularly nitty, which again is why we end up folding that ace 3 in the BB, just because they've been so tight, so we can just imagine that their shoving range is going to be more narrow than usual. Now we have pocket jacks, raising the cutoff to deuce, small blind flats, we get a king 10-3 rainbow board, they lead, get a queen on the turn, they lead again, and we just river the straight, so we easily call their ship, and they just have ace 4 for absolute air, and that's why we call the flop. Like their lead doesn't make much sense. I'm not as excited about calling their turn bet, but it was just mandatory because we had pot odds, so yeah, we have a 9 or an ace to save us if our jacks aren't already good. And the river makes it really easy to call off, you know, never folding a straight there. But like, say the river would come like an 8 and they bet all in, it's going to be a pretty tough call for us. So I think we do have to fold there. But I mean, they just make it so small on the turn that we just have the right price to try and draw to a straight, so we do so. And thankfully we get there. Now we're up to 2 million chips, which is a little over 30 blinds now. So this seems like a pretty good stopping point for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed and learned something from part 8, and see you guys back for part 9.